welcome to a short edition of Tribulation Ready Survival. I'm Michael, and just want to let you know, as it says in the Bible, God allows the rain and He retracts the rain. He allows it to not rain. It's at His will. Stated many places, and for whatever reason, He hasn't allowed it to rain here in Kansas much, and here we're in severe drought. Wanted to show you a couple things that I thought maybe some of you guys might find interesting. I've been praying for rain. It looks like what the forecast says is maybe this week, a couple of inches of rain, hopefully not all at once, because the ground can't handle it. But check this out. Okay, so we've made our way out to the garden here. Everything's still, tomatoes are finishing up here. It's October 22nd, 2023, and I've just literally stuck, this is a measuring stick, and I'm going to stick this in here. I didn't jam it in here, it's just that deep. So this crack, I have cracks all over my yard because it hasn't rained, and we don't use a sprinkler system here. We don't want to waste water like that. So that's about 9.5, 10 inches deep. And they happen all over the yard. In fact, around my raised beds, which is why I'm not going to plant in the ground here, around my raised bed, it's pulled out 2 and 3 inches on all sides. Doesn't matter which ones you have. They're all the same. Some are a little bit more severe. There's a big one right there. But here's what I want to show you. I'm going to take the water hose and I'm going to fill this up, and we're going to see what happens. That crack is only 10 inches deep. Who knows how long? But we're going to see if we can fill it up. Okay, so I've turned on the water now, and so that we can have this accurately done, I'm going to take my yardstick out of the hole. Full blast water. We're going to jam that in the hole. And we're going to go for a little bit. And I'll keep a timer. I'm not going to make you sit here and watch. This would be maybe oddly satisfying, but possibly boring. So let's fill it up and see how long it takes. I'll start a timer. I'll be back in just a minute. So it's been about 2 minutes, and you can see that the water is not coming up. I mean, I'm going to pull the water out. You can see that it's down there. It's not coming up. Kind of making its way over into this. It's connected, but it's just, I don't know where it's going. It must just be getting sucked right into the soil, because now we're going on about 3 minutes. Oh, the water's coming up a little bit. Sorta. Nope. You can see this. Now the water's going back. It's going uphill. Shouldn't be going, that direction's going to be west. Should not be flowing west. Oh, look! There it is. It's made its way over into the bottom of my raised bed. And it's flowing in there, but it's not filling up. Let's see what happens when we take the hose out. And there it goes. Just gone. Getting sucked up like a vacuum cleaner on a dirty carpet. Starting to fill up a little bit. Oh, guess what? Look what we got coming out here. Got ourselves a spider with a whole bunch of eggs on it. There's something living in the bottom of that. We flooded him out. That's awesome. Running around with this sack on it. And now we're filling up a little bit. Let's put this over here, and it's going down. So at about 3.5 to 4 minutes, it's finally starting to fill up a little bit. So that's interesting. Okay, so I went and shut the water off, and it's about 30 steps to the water spigot to shut it off and then come back. And since I have turned around, it took only about a minute, maybe two. Since I've come back, that hole is completely empty. You can't even see any water in there. So we're gonna take the dry end of this and see if we can touch moisture and see how deep it is. We're still about 10 inches deep. There's no water hardly on that stick. It's been sucked up into this clay. And so now what was full is now moist clay, but no residual water. That took only a couple of minutes, long enough to walk over to the water spigot and shut it off and come back. Yeah, this ground. Well, that was interesting. That water was on full blast, and I don't know how much water comes out of there, but that was probably, I don't know, 10 gallons, maybe 15 gallons. What, I don't know. It was a lot of water, let's put it that way. And it still wasn't all the way full. It was backflowing. So who knows how long it would take to actually get that crack to completely fill up. But here's the deal. You might ask, hey, Mike, what does this have to do with survival, cracks in the ground? Well, here's what it has to do with. Especially if you have clay around your house, it is important that if you're planning on using your house for survival, which a lot of people would be, that in a drought situation, to survive that, you need to have water. And if the soil doesn't have water, especially clay, it contracts. It contracts really, really hard. And then when the water comes, if rain comes or if you water it or whatever, it will expand, and it expands pretty fast. It'll expand faster than it contracted because it takes a while for the moisture to come out. What will happen is if you have clay that has pulled away from the foundation of your home, and it gets a lot of water really fast, again, expands really fast, it will, and I won't say will, has a very good possibility of cracking the foundation of your home. So, with that being said, since it's been a drought here, what I have been doing to try to mitigate that from causing me thousands and thousands of dollars in damages and repairs is doing my best to keep the foundation wet. For the last 3 days, I've been watering 30 minutes in sections around my house to get the moisture kind of slowly sucking up the moisture, or the soil to suck up the moisture very slowly, and therefore expand so that when the rain comes, which is going to be a whole lot more than a hose is, hopefully, it doesn't expand super fast and crack the foundation around your house. Maybe that's a little overkill, but you can also do things like aerate your yard and then water it, which will allow the ground to soak up more moisture. I don't have the ability really to do that here. So what I have done is I've resorted to the places where it is just pulled away really far. I have backfilled a little bit with some soil, packed it in a little bit, and watered it so that it's going to be able to fill in a little bit of that gap and keep the water from just rushing down in there and slowly trickle through the topsoil and make its way around the foundation of my home. Again, that could be a survival situation for you guys. And it definitely is, it is definitely something that is important to me. Hopefully it's important to you. And in a situation where your home is your life raft, hey, that's important to me. And so I hope it's important to you, and God has put it on my heart to give this video to you guys. So with that being said, I'll see you in the next video.